historic breakthroughs to political storms, global events are shaping the headlines that matter. Tonight, we'll bring you a roundup that spans power, policy, and culture, stories that affect lives, economies, and the very way we see the world. This is the Global News Update on Top Accolade News. The headlines. Tanae Takaichi becomes Japan's first woman prime minister. France's ex-president begins prison term over Libya funding scandal. German Chancellor under fire for comments echoing far-right rhetoric. US and Australia forge critical minerals pact. We begin in Tokyo, where history was made on Tuesday.
早苗君を衆議院規則第18条第2項により、本院において内閣総理大臣に指名することに決まりました。
Conservative nationalist Sanae Takaichi made history on Tuesday as Japan's first female prime minister after winning a parliamentary majority. Takaichi vowed to bridge Japan's gender gap and revive economic growth by appointing the first female finance minister. Analysts says her leadership will test Japan's balance between fiscal expansion and diplomatic caution, with one strategist noting if she can steady Japan's economy without shaking its diplomacy, she will redefine power in Tokyo. Shifting from triumph to accountability across the Pacific, former French President Nicolas Sarkozy began serving a prison sentence on Tuesday for conspiring to finance his 2007 election campaign with funds from Libya, marking the first time a modern French leader has been jailed.
Et s'ils veulent absolument que je dorme en prison, je dormirai en prison. Mais la tête haute. Je suis innocent.
The 70-year-old was taken to prison after a judge denied his appeal for release, citing the gravities of his crimes. His wife and son have voiced support as he vowed to hold his head high and fight the ruling. Even power is not immune to accountability. While some leaders face justice, others face political fire. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz is facing fierce backlash after defending his call for a very large-scale expulsion of migrants, saying anyone with daughters would agree with him. Critics from Germany's Green and Social Democrats accuse Merz of echoing far-right AfD rhetoric and stoking racial prejudice. Merz, who vowed to reclaim voters from the AfD, refused to apologize, insisting on prioritizing security in public spaces. As Germany's ruling coalition battles sliding pool numbers, Merz's comments highlight the perilous balance between firm migration policy and fueling extremism, a line he seems increasingly willing to blur. Turning to economic alliances that could reshape global trade from Europe to the Indo-Pacific, the United States and Australia has signed a landmark $8.5 billion deal to expand rare earth and critical minerals production, aiming to curb China's grip on the global supply chain. The agreement, sealed by President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Anthony Albanese in Washington, includes $1 billion in joint investment over 6 months to fund mining and processing projects across both nations. With China controlling 90% of global processing, the pact marked a strategic shift in Western resource policy. As Albanese puts it, the partnership moves to the next level, a quiet but powerful pushback against Beijing's mineral dominance. You're watching the Global News Update on Top Accolade News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Thanks for staying with us. As the Festival of Light fades, New Delhi finds itself choking under a hazardous haze. A thick cloud of smoke blanketed New Delhi on Tuesday, the morning after Diwali celebrations filled the air with smokes from firecrackers, pushing pollution levels to severe, above 350 on the Air Quality Index. Despite a partial court ban, they lit fireworks across the capital, worsening the city's already toxic winter air. Visibility plummeted as monuments and streets disappeared into the haze, forcing officials to impose construction curbs and generator bans. Scientists warn the pollution crisis now dim India's sunlight and threatens its health, energy, and crops. A festival of light turned into a season of darkness. Conflict isn't just in the skies, it's on the borders too. US President Donald Trump on Monday warned Hamas that it would be eradicated if it violated the fragile Gaza ceasefire with Israel.
We had a dark cloud over the Middle East, and now it's all, we have a little situation relatively with Hamas, and that will be taken care of very quickly if they don't straighten it out themselves, because they're in violation of their agreement. We're going to go in, we're going to eradicate them if we have to. They'll be eradicated.
Though he pledged to give the group a chance to uphold the deal he helped broker. Vice President J.D. Vance flew to Israel hours later to join envoys amid renewed tensions following weekend clashes. Trump said American troops would not intervene directly, but vowed swift consequences if violence resumed. In the U.S., culture wars are playing out on stadium stages. A petition demanding country legend George Strait replace Puerto Rican superstar Bad Bunny as the 2026 Super Bowl halftime performer has ignited cultural debate across the U.S. on Change.org. It claimed the NFL has strayed from American roots, while critics says it exposes deeper biases against Latin artists. Despite political pushback, Bad Bunny remains unfazed, quipping that fans have 4 months to learn Spanish. In a divided America, even halftime shows have become battlegrounds where music meets identity and ideology in front of 127 million eyes. Finally, a somber note from the world of sports and intellect. American chess grandmaster Daniel Norovsky has died unexpectedly at 29. His family confirmed through the Charlotte Chess Center. A former world youth champion and prominent commentator, he was beloved for his intellect and humility. Tributes from the global chess community describing his death as a massive loss for the world of chess. Beyond his achievement, his quiet brilliance and warmth made him the rare player who taught millions that chess can be both art and sympathy. From historic milestones to personal tragedies, global headlines remind us that power, culture, and human stories are intertwined. They shape economies, spark debate, and test the very fabric of society. For Top Accolade News, I'm Audra Romeo Kocha. Do have a wonderful day and keep watching the global news update on Top Accolade News.